Hi guys, welcome back to New Views with Ariel Niu. Today we're going to talk about shifting energy and conversation. If you think about it, we often get caught up in conversations where we don't actually like the energy that we're in or they're in, and it feels very draining, or we get triggered in a conversation and it leads to tension and conflict, or we are trying to cultivate some sort of energy, whether that is confidence, whether that is playfulness, whether that is seriousness, but it doesn't go the way that we want it to go. So if you're caught in a situation where everyone is laughter padding, everyone is people pleasing, we're talking about surface level things and it feels very draining, what we're going to do is, number one, first, we decide our intention. You first decide who you want to be. Because the thing is, maybe you are feeling extroverted that day and you do want to express more extrovertedly. You're not always wanting to be super calm, cool, and collected. So you first decide, okay, do I want to be expressive, or do I want to be more calm, or do I want to be a mix of both? And it doesn't require that much thought. It's just in the moment you become conscious, instead of you getting into whatever energy is also there and you're like, oh, feeling drained, but you're also ungrounded, not conscious, and you're just in it, and then afterwards you feel bad. You're just gonna breathe, intention, breathing, balance. You're gonna take a moment, you feel the anxiety, you feel this people pleasing, you know that if you buy into this right now, it's gonna drain you. So you just take that moment and you're just like, wait, okay, I just want to be dynamic. I want to be real. I want to be expressive, but I want to be grounded too. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, me too. You're just gonna catch it. You're gonna realize it. And you're like, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Right. Yeah. So you might be matching the energy first, but you're going to breathe, look everyone in the eye, and you slow down. So you're matching it, but then you're grounding the energy in front of everyone. And even if they're like hype, you're just looking at everyone and you're smiling and you're calming down. And the way to do it so that it's not awkward is you're gonna look people in the eye. You're going to do eye contact as you're doing it. So as they're laughing and you're still talking, you're going to show them you're taking a breath, you're still maintaining eye contact, and you're still smiling. And this in itself, subconsciously, is going to show other people, hey, you can relax too. You can take a moment to breathe, because as they're also people pleasing, and they're probably not liking that it's also very draining, but everyone else is mom mentality, but they see you looking at them and you're still smiling, you have this open, confident, gracious energy, and you're breathing and you're nodding and you're breathing. They're gonna look at you and they're going to also breathe too. So much of this shifting in energy, what are we actually doing? We're shifting energy. So a lot of it is nonverbal. It's your demeanor. It's your shifting your internal state. Instead of us needing to get to a very serious place right away and trying to think of another topic we need to talk about, what you're going to do instead is you're going to choose one of these surface level things that you guys are just talking about and get deeper on it. And even if it's a topic that you don't really want to talk on hours on end, maybe we're just sharing or complaining about work. Just sort of like stupid shit about work, and very surface level, like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired from work. Yeah, I've been just working so many late hours, and everyone's like, yeah, me too. I get you. Oh my gosh, a lot of complaining going on. So you might not want to keep complaining about work, but because this is the topic that's currently live, you make life easy for you. You're like, yeah, I understand, I know, me too. Then you're going to make eye contact with one of the people there, and you're going to choose one of the points that you just heard from this fake ass conversation, and you're going to just get deeper on it. So you can be like, hey Mary, oh my gosh, 8 p.m. for the last 2 weeks? What are you working on right now? Aren't you with that new company? Didn't you just go? You want to make sure your energy, the way that you deliver your words, you're grounded and you're conscious with them. Eye contact, and you're asking these questions or saying these things from a genuine place. Again, even if it's not a topic you want to continue on forever, be genuine in these eye moments. That's why initially when you choose the topic, to bring everyone into this more conscious, grounded place, try to choose one that you actually have some curiosities over. And a lot of times when we're all in this people-pleasing energy, this fake laughter-padding energy, a lot of times we're complaining too. So maybe you're asking Mary about something that she was complaining about to begin with. Maybe she responds and she's like, oh, it's onboarding. You'd be like, oh, right, yeah, onboarding. There's always a lot there. But hey, I'm so proud of you though. I love the company that you're with now. I know you are so excited to join them. So what else have you been doing? What do you like about them so far? So you're gonna lift the energy too. Especially if a lot of times when we're people pleasing, we're complaining. Complaining drains energy. So you can first ask someone about the thing that they're complaining about, show them your genuine interest and attention, and then through the conversation, just start to lift the mood a bit. As you're talking, try to pick up points, and you're not doing this also in a way where you're forcing them to be positive too. It's just, you're hearing what they're saying, and anything you're like, oh, that's pretty cool, that's pretty positive. You feel like it's positive. You can be like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Oh, that sounds so amazing. Do you like it? You just lift your mood. You see it in a more positive light while being open. You're not preaching, you're just sharing what you see from a positive perspective. The second type of imbalanced energy that we can get caught up in and have trouble shifting the energy, or it just goes to a more and more negative place, is when we're in the superior energy. We get caught up in the superior energy, and it could be in a group, it could be one-on-one, it could be personal relationships, it could be strangers, it could be them triggering you first, or you could be also triggering, and usually both. I actually have a recent example of this where I just experienced myself. I'm currently in Budapest right now, and I visited this beauty clinic in Budapest last week, and if you want to get treatments, beauty treatments, it's way cheaper in Europe, especially in Eastern Europe. You got to find the right places. But anyway, so I went to this clinic and I had questions because my phone, I only have data here. I only purchased a data SIM card, data eSIM card. So I can't call. So I had to make a visit to the clinic in person to ask my questions. And when I got to the clinic, I went up to the receptionist and I was like, hi, I'm interested in maybe doing some of your treatments, but I have a few questions for you first. And her first response to me, her first initial energy to me was very direct. She kept cutting me off and saying statements like, okay, you can only do this if you have done this or this and this and this. So from her initial approach to me, being very direct, cutting me off and making assumptions about me, that can easily have people respond in an inferior or superior way, right? And that is not shifting energy. That is letting this initial energy cloud and change our intentions and making us go inferior or superior. And in her case, she was presenting more superior, and I could have responded in an inferior state or a superior state, which is both being influenced by her. And inferior would be like, oh, just really just answering everything she said and just letting her directness making me more and more passive and people pleasing and putting myself inferior. Or I could have been superior. I could have been like, what is this bitch? Like, she keeps cutting me off. And a lot of times when we're superior in these live situations with others, whether socially, whether with strangers, whether with people we don't know or people we know, this probably happens more with people we don't know. We do the superior in this passive way a lot, passive aggressiveness. Like if they start to, we feel like they're being really direct and rude, we'll start to put this energy back too. We won't call it out directly, but they're being direct and rude. I could have easily, if as she was saying all of this, I could have been like, wait, no, I'm not. I have questions about the treatments. I could just, in my energy, just try to one-up her, show that I'm also like, don't be rude to me. I'm also gonna be rude to you back. I'm just matching your energy. If I did that, she would have gone worse and worse with that. You can feel it. And my first observation of her being more in the superior energy was not wrong. She was doing that. But how I shifted the energy is instead of me getting triggered, instead of me matching her energy, wanting to fight her or getting inferior, I did the intention breathing balance. I took a breath, I recognized what was going on, and I reviewed my intention quickly, which is I want to get the best treatments here. I want to get the best information, and I want this to be a good experience. This place is rated very highly, so I want this to be a good experience. And I want to present as a confident, gracious, classy bitch, man. So I just took a breath. I looked at her. I told myself to not be superior or inferior, but to stand my ground. I know what I came here to do. So I looked at her, I smiled, and I answered a few questions, but then I just gently but firmly said, hey, before we continue on, I know you have some great questions, thank you. I just want to let you know I'm not ready to purchase anything yet. I have some questions on the treatment and I just need the answers before I can make the decision. And I'm happy to book that consultation you just mentioned too. But I'm hoping maybe you can answer some of my questions. Instead of her getting triggered, because I wasn't trying to be triggering, I was just showing her I'm here to get my questions addressed. And whatever you just did, I'm not gonna buy into it, but I'm still gonna be gracious, confident, and kind because I'm giving this energy, and there's no offensive or defensive energy I'm giving her for her to also bounce off of. The only thing she could do is be kind back. And literally that is what she did. The moment I maintained my confidence, but in this way where I'm giving her eye contact and I'm still being gracious and kind and I'm listening to her too, she completely shifted. She was very kind to me throughout the rest of my time there. She started smiling. She was like, oh yeah, okay, great. So yes, I just want to ask those questions to double check, but yeah, of course, I can give you some information here. So she was super gracious and kind afterwards. And all it took was me in those few moments as she was first interacting with me, again, to review my intention, why am I here, to breathe so I can ground myself. I'm not going to be pulled by this initial trigger I felt, and it's okay to feel the trigger so that it triggered me into going through this process, but I'm not going to react. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to remember my intention. I'm going to remember no superiority, no inferiority, no offensive, defensive energy. Just going to stand on business, be confident in my point, and still being gracious and kind. And this balancing act that I'm doing, it really is dynamic because I need to be able to be active with it in moment by moment. It's not just like, oh, doing one thing and it's always doing the same thing. No, you got to be feeling the moment as it's happening. And if they're talking or if I'm talking, I feel the energy of currently what is happening. And if they were just being very strong and very aggressive, my next moment, my initial moment might be, I'm going to be confident right now. I'm going to be making my point. I'm going to be decisive. I'm going to use clear words, concise words. I'm going to just speak to what I just said here, why I'm here. But as I do that, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to look at their reaction. And as they soften, then I'm also going to soften because they're softening too. I'll smile too. As she became softer and kind, I smiled too. And I was like, okay, I'm going to also let my guard down a bit too. We're mirroring each other, but it's intentional mirroring. You're not getting dragged into mirroring what they're doing in this way where you're going imbalanced. You're setting the energy you want to be in, and then you're flowing with it and you're mirroring as they're mirroring you. So that's why the balance is dynamic and you have to be able to be conscious and present. When we catch a flow, especially when we do catch a flow in conversation, again, whether our intention is to be confident, to be serious, to be playful, to be lighthearted, to have some riz, whatever it is, when we catch an initial flow, if it feels good, we go with it. So number one is when we do catch it, when we do create it, we do cultivate it, and we've all experienced this, right? When we're on a high, maybe we don't even know how we got here, but we're here now. We're in a flow. We're telling a story, and everyone's watching us, and they're having a good time. Catch the flow and go with the flow, but what you're gonna do to not let it go south is don't push it, don't force it. The energy shift to go south is also coming from us first. We might feel like in these live moments, we might judge or blame others for treating us bad, or we feel like this group of people, they don't understand me. But so much of the times it's our own selves. We catch a flow, and then instead of just letting it go, we tell a story and we catch this flow. And after we tell a story, we can take a breath. We can slow down a bit. We can take a moment. But we get scared to do that. And because we get caught up in this energy, we're just like telling the story. And then as the story is coming to an end, we start to overthink. We're like, oh no, we need to continue it on. So yeah, but then afterwards, I also did this. We don't want to lose the center of attention, and we start to force it. Whatever force energy we bring into these live moments is when we're gonna lose it. And a lot of times the force comes from when we start to overthink. We start to focus too much on their reactions. So the best thing to do whenever we do catch a flow, whatever that flow is, whatever our intention is to go with it. And then as we're done with the point, we take a breath. We take a pause. We look at everyone. Even if it's a work presentation, if we start to go over A, B, C, and we feel this surge of energy and we speak to these points with impact, we're gonna take a moment after C, and then see if we do this, we can meet our year-end goals. What do you guys think so far? Any questions? When we take that moment to regulate ourselves, to bring our energy back, if it's a social interaction, we can just not talk, just let other people carry on, but we're still maintaining eye contact. Or we can ask a question. If it's professionally, especially if we're in a meeting, we'll just take a moment there. We'll look at everyone. We'll just is that clear? Any questions there? Any thoughts, any perspectives? As we do that, we're taking those moments to regulate, and that's just gonna help us be able to have that flow be wrapped in a beautiful bowl, and we take a moment, and then we can catch the next flow instead of trying to force it. It's being real in this chill, nonchalant way. That's why I talk about alert nonchalant so much too in my content. We're being nonchalant and alert, we're not also trying to be fake nonchalant too. We're not trying to be cool. We're not trying to force being cool. We're not trying to force being confident. It's all good. I'm being real. I'm being grounded. I'm being conscious. I can be still thoughtful. I'm not sharing a lot. And just through my presence of being alert, nonchalant, and chill and thoughtful, I don't need to force my words. I can take moments. I can just smile and be thinking. This in itself is being real. Being real in the sense of you're not putting so much force, you're not faking certain things, you're not needing to mask your confidence, you're not just letting situations make you feel inferior, you're not over worrying about their reactions. You're observing everything, you're looking at everyone, you're taking notes, but you're chill on the inside, you're alert nonchalance on the inside. And when we can do this, then our inner state is this real but curated state. We're feeling conscious, grounded, real, but I'm also curated. I'm also strategic. And if I'm feeling this on the inside, if I'm truly feeling this on the inside, then trust that people will get that sense from you. They will flow with you because that's how you're presenting yourself. And you truly feel like that. You're not masking it. You're not actually feeling very insecure and putting on this fake confidence, and you're not feeling really inferior and to the point. And sometimes, it's okay to feel shy. It's okay to be vulnerable. You can even state it. And that's the part of being real too. It's not about you needing to always just be super confident and maintaining this one emotion. No, you can be real about how you're feeling, how you're thinking, but in this way where you're not feeling bad about it though. Even if you're shy, you're insecure, I'm gonna say it. Oh yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I'm actually a little bit shy about that. Or if you're feeling really confident about something, you'd be like, yeah, bitch, that's what I want. That's how I feel. But you're not masking, you're not pushing it. You're being real with your vulnerabilities and your confidence, chill, grounded, and you feel good about it on the inside. When you can truly be in that way, you're fully aligned. You're confident, grounded, and curated. You feel like this on the inside, then that is naturally how other people will perceive you. Of course it is. Think about all the times we naturally feel good when we're with others, then they naturally feel good too. When we get deeper and deeper into understanding this is where we truly realize that we are all interconnected. And it's really about, it's always you, it's always me. Whatever I want to experience when I'm with others, it starts from me, my own energy, my ability to be intentional about my energy and regulate my energy. And my energy includes my thoughts, my emotions, and my inner state of being live. So it comes from us first. It comes from our own internal state first. So this whole shifting energy, it's about shifting ourselves. It's about regulating ourselves, becoming clear and intentional, and then practicing this dynamic balance as we're interacting with others moment by moment. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, whether you're tuning in from my YouTube or my podcast. And you guys should also jump on my weekly live streams that I do on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, where I take your questions live. That would be a great way for me to help you directly and engage with you directly. And in my live streams, I share a lot more about my personal experiences and other practices and techniques. Whenever I engage with you guys live, it really gets me into my flow. This is why I do my content. I get inspired when I'm in these social interactions live with others. So please jump on my lives to engage with me, to ask me questions. You guys can also book one-on-one coaching with me. I offer personal energy coaching to really help you refine your self and social identity. And in my coaching sessions, every single session, you get a recording and summary of our call. You also get my social dynamics guide. You get a personalized report on your super unique abilities. And you also get a mini energy reading during the session we have together if you're curious and open, and you get my energy reading guide too. So you get a ton of resources. You also get personal support from me. And it's a great way to help you really get to know yourself, really understand yourself, to be able to then interact in this world, interact in all of your social situations with more confidence and grace. It's also a great opportunity if you have certain mannerisms or habits or ways where you express yourself, you want to refine, you want to deliver your words in a better way, you want to hone your presence, your aura when you're with others. This is all under energy coaching, so you guys can book one-on-one coaching with me. It's in the description below. I would love to help you personally. It's always amazing for me when I get to meet you guys live one-on-one. Also sign up for my emails. It's in the description below. If you guys would like to have some scripts handy for common social situations where you find yourself in, where you feel anxious or you need help on how to navigate these interactions. So I already have a workplace boundaries scripts product. It's also in the description below if you're interested, where I give you guys scripts for setting boundaries or expressing boundaries in workplace situations. My next scripts product is going to be on social situations, and it's more about how do we keep up with social conversations in a way where we feel confident and we feel good on the inside. So if you're interested in that, you would like some scripts handy for social situations, sign up for my emails below, because I'm going to be surveying you guys on what situations you would like scripts for. That's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I love you guys. And remember, when in doubt, just gotta see things from a new view. We just gotta see things from a new view. I'll see you guys next time.